You're listening to Trax FM's podcast. If you've enjoyed our content, more podcasts are available on the RTM Click app and website. Let us know what you think. Please email us at traxfm.rtm@gmail.com. Like and follow us on social media at TraxFM Official.
Good morning, everybody. 11:15 in the second hour of Trax Momentum. Today's interview feature is called Spectrum. Now, in today's edition of Spectrum, we will be diving into the artistry that shapes our visual experience, not on screen, not on the silver screens, but on theatre, for theatre performances. And to speak about that, we're actually thrilled to have two brilliant scenographers. Is that how you refer to the both of you? Scenographers,
yes,
right?
Yes, that's correct.
Scenographers, but currently they are scenography students because they still have another year to go before they graduate. And joining us in the studios, first up, on my left, she wears a black hijab and a purple top. Her name is Nurhana Nabila Che Mahade. And on this conversation, I'll be referring to her as Hannah. Good morning, Hannah.
Hello.
And on my right, I have Adian bin Nur Zalahuddin, and will be referred to as Adian in this conversation. Hi, Adian.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're fine.
Doing fine. Are the both of you breakfast people? Do you like having breakfast, or you just sip on a cup of coffee or tea?
If I have time, yes.
If you have time.
I love breakfast.
Wow, sounds like studying scenography requires a lot of time. Really, very busy.
Oh,
huh?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really, yeah?
Really, yeah.
Okay. We'll dive deep into that. Now, before we start this conversation, I'm going to use a metaphor. Both of you are going to take us behind the curtain, right? When you're on theater, first thing you see is a curtain, and then the curtain comes up, and that's when the show starts. So you're going to take us behind the curtains and tell us in detail on what is it that you're studying, scenography. Maybe, Hannah, you can start off first.
Well, we as a scenography students, we actually do a lot of backstage work, as you may know. And we do a lot of like behind the stage designing sets, designing lightings, costume, makeup, etc. And yeah, that's a short brief.
Adian?
It's basically to describe the stage, essentially what the word means. So our role as a scenographer is to describe and interpret what the script is about and what the director wants to convey. And sometimes we might also touch on the direction of the play because we are suggesting and making a space that complements the script in terms of its context and subtext.
Yes.
So we have to explore the psychological and emotional impact of the design. So to engage more with the actors itself and also the audience.
Okay. So, Adian, what inspired you to pursue scenography, and how do you see the field or the discipline of scenography influencing the entire process of storytelling as it unfolds on stage?
How I get to scenography? Actually, we both auditioned for acting.
Yeah.
Okay.
For our degree.
Okay.
And for the first time in 5 years, they're opening a new course, scenography course. So when the interviewer offers us, the lecturers, we were like, sure. Why not try a new thing?
Yeah.
And we can take acting as our electives, so why not do both?
So perhaps, so which means both of you have got the same story of how you ended up as scenography students.
That's
We were from the same secondary school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were friends since from one.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. So you guys go way back.
Yes.
Way back.
And I think you both have a shared passion, which is to become actors as well.
Yeah.
To become an actor and an actress. See, the thing unique about people who want to pursue acting is that it is a perennial journey. It's a perpetual journey, and you have to constantly just be at it. You have to be consistent with your efforts.
Yeah.
And then while you wait on it, some people just end up doing odd jobs. But what I like about the both of you is that you chose to be specializing in a very technical aspect of, performing arts.
Yes.
Not filmmaking, but performing arts, which can be applied to filmmaking as well.
Yeah.
It's a discipline that can be applied. So, tell us more about the things that you study in scenography. What are the modules like? What are you exposed to? How do they train you? Give us the nitty-gritties of that. Maybe, Hannah, you can tell us about that.
Okay, so when we first entered this degree, we we actually don't know what we were expecting, but since we were the first batch of scenographers, we were exposed with different types of lecturers from all universities, such as Hamzah Tahir that teaches us set design in a very detailed way. Puan Akma Suryati, she teaches us costume and how we analyze what type of fabrics, what type of materials that we use for that specific costume.
Yeah, we have different lecturers from different backgrounds.
Okay.
So that's what unique about learning scenography. And
So it's maybe it's you know, if I understand it correctly, it's very much like art design on the set.
Yes,
Something
it's
similar
basically
to
what we do is we just interpret from the script visually.
So if I'm a director and I want to shoot a period film that goes back way back maybe to 1950s Malaya, pre-independence Malaya, and I sit with the both of you and I say, this is what I want, this is how the set has to be, so you guys will be able, so as articulate as I am, the more inputs I give you, the better you guys are able to come up with the end product, right?
Yes.
So
that's
you
correct.
guys come up with the optics, so to speak, the artistry, the scenery, everything else, and then the acting, the camera angle, that's where director comes in and adds his
Yes,
magic,
that's
right?
correct.
Okay. Interesting. We're getting deeper and deeper in the conversation, but I tell you what, I'll let you guys relax a little bit. We're going for a quick break. And then when we come back, we'll speak about PeTA, which is the Penilaian Tahun Akhir, which is happening in Aswara for the both of you,
Yes.
which is what you are here to talk about. We'll talk about that in detail when we come back after the break, okay? And for you who have just tuned in, I am now speaking to Nurhana Nabila Mahade and also Adian bin Nur Zalahuddin. They're both sonographers, and they're presently sonography students, who still qualify as sonographers, of course, at Aswara. And they're today on Spectrum to speak to us about PeTA, which is in short for Penilaian Tahun Akhir 2022, final year assessment. We'll be back. Keep it right here. Spectrum on Tracks Momentum.
Every Tuesday.
We have this segment, Spectrum.
That's how
on
esports
Track.
really.
This, we want people to be exposed to what the current labor market situation is.
I will talk about things that you normally don't hear strangers talk about. Catch Spectrum on Trax FM, looking into matters relating to youth, arts, and culture. Stay tuned.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Spectrum on Tracks Momentum. I'm Anil on the mic, and Anil on the mic is not alone in the studios. I've got no one next to me, but I've got two very brilliant young people in front of me. They're none other than Nurhana Nabila Mahade, also known as Hannah, and also Adian bin Nur Zalahuddin, aka Adian, in the studios. Welcome to the both of you.
Hello.
All right.
no.
So the both of them, just a preamble, very quick one. They are sonography students at Aswara, and they're actually, they gave us a very clear explanation and understanding on, the discipline which involves shaping our visual experience on theatre. And in particular, they're actually here to talk about PeTA, which is PeTA 2023. I apologize, our producer Anna reminded me that I accidentally said 2022. So yes, I got my numbers correct. So PeTA 2023, which is short for Penilaian Tahun Akhir 2023. I'll let our guests actually explain to us in detail about that. Hannah, maybe you can start off by telling us, what is PeTA 2023?
Okay, so PeTA is actually a final year evaluated project that we have every the end of the semester. We are evaluated in scenography, directing, and acting. So in our class, in our batch, we have 3 courses that we are being evaluated.
And Adian, how many stories are there for this batch?
There are 4 stories.
Okay.
One is a script from Thailand, and a script from Japan, and 2 scripts from Indonesia.
Yeah.
So students are not given the liberty to pick their stories. So you are given the stories.
We choose first.
Some we choose, and the others depending on what our
Your
lecturer,
supervisor, your lecturer.
our
Okay,
lecturer
okay.
give. Yeah.
I see. So maybe tell us a little bit more about all those 4 stories. Just give us a synopsis, so to speak, of the stories.
Do you want to start first?
Yeah, Hannah, maybe you can start
Okay.
first. Yeah.
So basically, for my script, it's named Kisah Cinta dan Lain-Lain. It's about a woman that has her dog, and her dog is ill. So she and her husband tries to find solutions to how to heal the dog. And meanwhile, they have two orang gaji
Okay.
that are being how do you say, backflashed by the event.
Okay.
So
So they're taken aback by that event.
yes,
Okay.
true.
Okay.
And by the end of the story, there will be a woman who, after the conflict of the household, there will be a woman who is who came in the house without any warning and say that, oh, I am the scandal of the orang gaji. Yeah.
Okay, very, very typical Malaysian story.
Yeah, but it's yeah, true. But it's a comedy.
It's a comedy. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a sketch. Okay,
Yeah, it's
something
a
to laugh about, right?
Yeah.
Adian, yours.
My script is titled A Nowhere Place.
Okay.
It explores the expression of a bride and a groom towards the incident that they both experience.
Okay.
So
So they're not married yet.
they are of different marriages.
Oh.
So even though they're from different marriages, they have a lot in common than one would think.
Oh, so pengantin laki, pengantin perempuan, but
Yeah.
it's just that they're not married to each other.
Yeah.
They're married to two different people.
Mm.
And then there's like a crossroads happening between the both of them.
Yes.
And then what happens? What do they discover?
It's the crossroad is in that nowhere place. So they express each side how they felt towards that incident.
Okay. Oh, it's like a support group for brides and bridegrooms to be.
Yeah,
and they
but
sit
it's
down
a
and
support group for two
Only
people.
for two?
Yes.
and they sit down and say, you know what, being a bride is not easy. Being a bridegroom is not easy as well because you got to fork out all the money. The men are the ones who have to fork out all the money. Now let's talk about creativity, right? That's a major part in what you do, and that's something that I am always very interested to dig deep into the minds of people to understand the creative process. You know, we all have, our creative spaces, right? Like for me, I like to be in a very quiet room. I like to light an incense stick and I have my favorite cup of coffee and then I just sit down and, let the ideas flow. Mm-hmm. And I have this one regimented approach where whenever I get an idea that comes into my mind, I write it down, right? What is it like for the both of you? Maybe Hannah, you talk to us because I want to get into your mind and understand the creative process of not only a scenographer, but the creative process of Hannah.
Okay. So basically, for my process,
Yeah.
I would go through the script and reread every time. If I'm like confused, I would go search on the internet on what is this script about. So when I go deep into this script, I also will go to like the rehearsals with me and my classmate, my director and my fellow actors. We'll do our rehearsals and I will get a little bit by bits on what this actually is.
Okay.
Yes, and I will get my inspiration by looking at films, watching films. Maybe if I get a grasp of what the theme is, I would go to Pinterest to look at some inspiration. Yeah.
Okay. So you're a very visual person. You need to see things
Yes.
in front of you for you to see where you can tweak and improvise and enhance it. Adian, your creative process, my friend.
Well, the same as you.
Oh.
I like to have my cup of coffee.
Okay.
I like to be fat.
High five. Okay.
Same as her. I will read the script a couple of times, but I will for the first read. After that, I will just lie down and just imagine the pictures and what the story is about in my head.
Okay.
So with the coffee beside me,
Yes.
and
The caffeine helps, right?
yes, the caffeine helps. Food too.
Food too.
Yeah.
But you don't look like someone who enjoys food. Poor you.
I enjoy.
You're one boy I like to take back home and ask my mother, Mommy, please feed this boy. Okay. So interesting, huh? Your creative process, you read it once and then you just set it aside and you go to sleep. You shut your eyes and you let everything unfold in your head and you see how it turns out, right?
Yes.
Very unique. Now let's steer our attention back onto PeTA. Maybe tell us how many students are involved in PeTA.
There are 16.
Yeah, for this batch, there are 16. There are 4 directors, 4 scenographers, and 8 actors that will be evaluated this batch. Yeah.
Is this something new in Malaysia, or have scenographers always been in existence in theatre and performing arts? Excuse me, I'm sorry, because I'm not so exposed to theatre, and I really want to learn about this from the both of you. Tell us about the evolution. I'm sure you would have learned this in Aswara. What's the evolution of scenography? Is it something new? Has it always been there, but not much emphasis been given to it? Adian, tell us.
I think it has been around for a long time.
For a long time,
it's
yeah.
just not been officialized, I guess.
Yeah, in Malaysia.
Not
Yeah.
institutionalized, like
Yeah.
as a discipline, as a role to play on performing arts.
Because before this, they have courses that we as scenographers learn. They have set designs classes. They have lighting design. They don't have audio, but they have the basics like sets and lights. So somehow they also learn some aspects of scenography.
Yeah.
And your thoughts on that, Hannah? How do you think scenography has evolved over the years?
For me, because when I first auditioned, I didn't know what was scenography. So when I come into Aswara and I learn all these different techniques, all these different like theories, and it's a eye awakening for me because, I never knew this was a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So now after discovering about scenography or acting, which one?
Ooh, that's
If
hard.
we were to put this on a weighing scale, at the present moment in your life right now, where do you think you want to take this? You want to still, scenography is there, but I still want to be an actor. Or Adian, what about you? You?
It's a 70-30.
So
70 for scenography.
Oh wow, great. So you see something, you see value in your contributions there. You see that you can really do something more than acting.
Yes.
So you see
I
yourself
really
as a
think so.
better scenographer than an actor. Maybe that's
I
because
hope so.
Knowing him, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk about you as friends. Between the both of you, who's a better actor? Hannah or Adian?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Can you speak for each other? You've been friends since Form 1. That's a long way.
Long time.
Yeah.
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 Who's a better actor?
What do you think?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay,
we were both given equal parts.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Okay.
you were the main, sometimes I'm the main.
So if you both had to act as the husband and wife,
Oh.
would it be? Would you reject that role? No.
No, I think it'll be fun to
Yeah.
play.
Yeah. It would
It's
be
a fun dynamic.
It'll be fun
between us.
dynamics, right? Friends acting as husband and wife
Yeah.
on screen, isn't it? Yeah. I know you guys are thinking about it. Oh my God, Adian is my husband. Okay, not in reality, but they say reality is far from the truth. But yeah, that's fine. Now, anyway, why should we pay attention to PeTA this year? Adian, maybe.
We have different scripts from different background.
Okay.
Like I said, we have one from Thailand, one from Japan, two from Indonesia. Before this, the scripts are from Malaysia only. So the theme of this year's PeTA is PeTA Meninjau Asia. Yeah.
PeTA Meninjau Asia.
Yeah.
Wow. So you are exploring Asia with your work of scenography, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, okay, this is another thing when you talk about creative arts, performing arts. It's all about collaboration, right? When it's on a set, you have the art director, you got the stunt director, you've got the costume designer, all of these different minds, creative minds converge together, and then you come up with the end product. Maybe Hannah, I'm sure before this you would have been involved in some other smaller projects to contribute your skills in scenography.
Yes.
Talk to us about a collaborative moment where your input as a scenographer contributed towards an end product on stage.
Ooh, okay. So basically, when I'm in Aswara, I usually take the department of makeup because I can do basic stage makeup, and they always will call for me for the makeup department. So usually when people see, oh, this is Hannah's makeup, this is her end product. So that's how people know me in Aswara.
You have that signature touch.
Hey.
Okay, so you're a makeup artist as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And how do you? How does technology? Adian, maybe you can talk to me about this. How do you think technology has helped improve the field of scenography over the years? Do you rely on technology a lot? Are you still very traditional piece of paper, sketch? Do you still do that, or do you guys have any tools that you use?
I prefer sketching.
Sketching,
Yes,
right?
on paper.
Right. Hannah, your thoughts?
For me, because I just recently purchased a device for me to draw on, I would prefer that.
Okay.
Yeah, but if it was to be sketching, probably I like doing technical drawings.
Technical drawing.
Yes.
Give us some context of that. Technical drawing.
Okay, technical drawing is a drawing that you use very specific measurements to draw out a specific object, such as maybe buildings or items that you see in front of you right now, a table. So technical drawing is mostly very technical.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's very precise to
Yeah,
the
very
T, precision, right?
Yes.
Does being a scenographer involve developing storyboards as well? Do you develop storyboards for theatre? Do you?
Indirectly,
Yeah.
we're not we do not have to, but
Okay.
indirectly we still will do it because it helps us in our creative process.
It helps sort of have something concrete in front of you of your visual,
Yes.
what you have in your mind. You're
Yeah.
able to put it on a piece
It's
of
like
paper.
writing down our idea.
Okay. Because storyboarding, in filmmaking, is something that's very important, and that's like the rule of thumb. If you don't have a storyboard, then it'll affect the entire flow of your,
Yes.
movie making process. And I can speak about this in a little bit because way back I actually studied filmmaking many years ago. Yes. So one of my first projects was actually to come up with a small commercial. But anyway, I'm a radio DJ right now. Life, just like you guys, wanted to be actors, but now you're scenographers, and so has life taken another journey on for me. Anyway, for all of you who just tuned in, I'm speaking to Nurhana Nabila Chemahde and also Adian bin Nur Zalahuddin. They're both scenography students, and they're speaking to us about the field of scenography, what is it like to be a scenography student, and the aspirations in life, and also in detail about PeTA, which is the Penilaian Tahun Akhir 2023. Now, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we shall resume with our discussion today here on Spectrum at Trax Momentum.
Every Tuesday,
We have this segment, Spectrum.
That's how esports really.
Yes, we want people to be exposed to what the current labor market situation is.
I will talk about things that you normally don't hear strangers talk about.
catch Spectrum on Trax FM, looking into matters relating to youth, arts, and culture. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Spectrum Track. That was Bitter Heart by ZRV, and you're listening to my favorite radio station,
Which is Trax FM.
Trax FM. Yeah.
Anna, I think we can immediately send him upstairs for a flash audition.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, and we're looking for radio DJs and producers, and maybe you guys can, try out, Adrian, man, multi-talented.
Thank you.
Okay, now moving on to something serious, okay?
Okay.
I want to shine the spotlight on the industry of creative arts and performing arts out there. Like we were speaking before the break, or during the break, before the break, that what people see is just, the entire artistic performance on stage. Or maybe when it's a movie, you see a couple of actors acting. But what people don't see is the army. It's the people that work behind the scenes. There's an industry out there. People relying on the industry to feed their families. And they've got expertise that can actually put Malaysia on the world map when it comes to filmmaking. Because we've got a rich history of, making some very good movies.
Yes.
Right? So, Adia, I want to start off with you. What are your expectations for PeTA? What do you want it to achieve? And what's your message to everybody out there?
What I want to achieve? I just really hope that people would come to Aswara to see what we can showcase, what we have learned for 3 years. Some is 6 years if they take diploma, and what we have cultivated through our studies. Because a lot of times we don't actually know what happens behind the stage.
Yeah.
So it takes hours and hours of
Preparation,
brainstorming, and just stressing out our
brains out.
Yeah.
I read somewhere that the most important element in theatre is rhythm. timing, that everything has to fall in place. Otherwise, the audience will not be able to feel the message that you're trying to send across.
Yes.
As opposed to filmmaking on screen, you got gimmicks, editing, visual effects, music, this, and you can put in a lot of bells and whistles and, do it. Hannah, what do you want? What's your expectation for PeTA?
Oh my God. Okay, so I would like for people out there to know that we as art students do not just learn how to become famous,
Yeah.
Because people usually think that we are in Aswara or in any art institution just for the fame.
Yeah.
I mean, there is people like that,
Yeah.
but not all of them. Like for me and Adian, we just want to learn a lot of, new things that are invented or
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
And just find ways to express our creativity.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
just through acting, but like us
Even
designing.
visually,
Yeah.
yeah.
Imagine Kuala Lumpur being so vibrant with a theater performance every weekend for us to look forward to, right? Like how it is in New York or in London, where we can all talk to our friends and say, hey, there's this theater performance happening this weekend. Let's do some theater this weekend, right? Let's go there. Let's buy some tickets, right? It's great. It's great. And I'm really sure people like you and your other friends who are studying this field in Aswara, we will go on to see some really great theater plays. I wish you the best. I really, really do wish you the best. And I'm very, very impressed first, and I'm proud of the both of you. Very proud of the both.
Thank you.
You.
And what do you want to achieve? Where do you see yourself? So now you told me in a year, so then November next year, Hannah,
Yes,
that's when you're
that's correct.
graduating.
Yeah.
So when you graduate, do you have a plan in mind, or what's your 5-year plan?
Ooh, my 5-year plan. I haven't planned it out yet, but for now.
But what are your aspirations?
Okay, my aspirations. Maybe I would continue doing. I will be focusing more on makeup, maybe on makeup or lighting designing, because that's what I'm most passionate about.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to try and join productions that will help me to grow as a person and
Okay.
my inspiration for my design, my visuals
Okay.
on stage.
Let's have a pact between the three of us right now. We're going to manifest something together, and in
Okay.
5 years we will regroup and see if we will manifest it. Okay, so we're going to pray for each other. So I'm gonna start manifesting that for you. What do you want to manifest in 5 years in the field of theater, performing arts?
I hope to still continue
Yeah,
doing this because it's our passion, right?
yeah.
And we can only hope to continue what we do, what we like.
Is there a dream project that you have in mind? Like, perhaps if I get an opportunity to do this, this is what I want to do. Like, I wish that I could be the host of the Miss Universe pageant someday.
Oh wow!
That's what I'm trying to manifest. Yeah. What are you trying to do?
I'm just hoping to collaborate with other people to see what their perspective is,
Right.
how their creative process is like. That
Okay.
is really interesting.
You want to work with other people with
Yes.
technical abilities and artistic skills and learn new things,
Yeah,
right?
just trying to find what is there outside.
Yeah. Because in art, you can never completely say that you've learned everything. You're learning something every day
True.
from someone.
Yes.
Someone probably without the same skill sets as you are, right?
Yeah.
And now, let's speak to the many young ones out there who are listening to the show. Hannah, what's your advice to them if they want to pursue something in their life?
Oh, just go for it. Just do what you want to do, and don't let people stop you from doing what you love. Because there are a lot of people who will see you fall, will want to see you fall. And my advice is to just wing it.
Just wing it.
Just wing it.
Just swing it, babe.
Swing it.
Adian?
I mean, what she said is correct, but my advice would be to add, you have to be prepared emotionally.
Emotionally
Yes.
and mentally.
Okay, talk to us about. Give us some context about that. Prepared emotionally, how?
From our experience, it's not like a normal 9 to 5 class where you go to class and you go back home. We, in order to success, to be to
Happy
explore a lot of things,
Yeah.
Okay,
you have to stay back and join other productions
right.
to see what they are doing, what other people's perspective are like.
Okay,
So that is how we learn. It's not just in class; it's outside of class too.
it's what you learn outside your classroom that
Yes.
matters, right? Okay. Now I want you to both be advocates right now. We want to advocate to the people listening out there on why they should contribute, why should they support the local artistic community. Hannah, I'll start with you.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, it's for our entertainment purposes, one of it. And theater or any performing arts, it's a medium for learning.
Yeah.
It's not just for our entertainment, it's how we learn.
Yeah.
Some people can't learn through books and words. We have to learn visually.
Visually, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that's
Basically,
one of the reasons we should still keep supporting our art.
So if perhaps someone is not able to, maybe buy a ticket to go and watch a performance in theater, how else do you think they can support? Is there any other way? Maybe just give us some thoughts.
Maybe just sharing on social media. That's
Right.
just enough.
Spread the message.
Yeah.
Spread the message
Yeah.
out there, right? Spread the gospel about Malaysian arts, Malaysian theatre performances, because a lot of skilled individuals like Nurhana Nabila Cik Mahathir and also Adian bin Nur Zalahuddin, I'm sure your fathers and your mothers are very proud of you, and so are we. And on that note, I want to thank the both of you for being with us today on Spectrum at Tracks Momentum. It was an absolute pleasure. And I have to say this again, the both of you are very brilliant young people, and you're off to great things in your life. Wish you the best.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for having us.
You're most welcome. You have a good day then. Bye-bye.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right, I just wrapped up a very nice conversation with two young, vibrant individuals, Nurhana Nabila Cik Mahathir and also Adian bin Nur Zalahuddin. They're both sonography students at Aswara, and today they spoke about the Penilaian Tahun Akhir 2023, which is the final year assessment, where they would, show out, unleash some of the things that they have actually learned by being sonography students. If you missed out on the conversation, worry not. You can always head straight on to our Facebook page at Tracks FM Official and catch the replay there live. Now, coming up in less than 10 minutes, stand by Malaysia, because we've got the 12 o'clock news updates coming up. And then right after that, Anil on the mic. We'll be back with you for the third hour of Tracks Momentum. Stay tuned.
You're listening to Tracks FM's podcast. If you've enjoyed our content, more podcasts are available on the RTM Click app and website. Let us know what you think. Please email us at tracksfm.rtm@gmail.com. Like and follow us on social media at Tracks FM Official.